My name is Demiesha Dennis, pronouns are she, her. I am a community builder, community leader, a award-winning conservationist for my work in fishing, and I am a mom to a 20-year-old human. My first fishing experience, I was spin fishing somewhere, and of course the commentary that like someone driving by in a car said to me, I was like, okay, this is a sign that there needs to be more of me. I was going camping, all my friends, none of them looked anything like me. I was going hiking, no one looked like me. My solution to that was to create more of a story around who belongs in the outdoors. I'm not seeing anyone, I'm not hearing anyone. And so I created Brown Girl Outdoor World. I created Brown Girl Outdoor World at a time when I was in a very hetero-presenting relationship. I've never felt a need to come out because I've always been queer and always been in queer relationships. And then when I moved into creating space in BGOW, I saw where again there wasn't that cohesiveness in identity showing up in the outdoors. You could be one thing. So now I've changed the narrative about women being in the outdoors. What else can I do? So there's a woman, and now I'm a queer Black woman in the outdoors. What do? I use the visibility and the knowledge and the information that I've gained and the partnerships that I've created to say, hey, yes, I am apparently very straight presenting. I'm in this very straight presenting relationship, but I'm creating space for all of us. And I found when I opened that conversation more to say, this is for queer folks as well, people started gravitating towards that. You didn't have to be defined under any specific umbrella. You're queer, you belong here. And so we continued with that narrative through all our programming. It's been our storytelling, just expanding on who gets to be outside, when they're outside, how they feel, how we're thinking about what safety looks like, physical and psychological, and to create safer spaces. I always say we can't create safe spaces, but we can create safer spaces so that people can see their stories told. I found speaking through BGOW that I found more folks who had organically come to BGOW because it created what seemed like a safer space for them, who are queer, who are trans, who just exist in the most beautiful parts of who they are and gravitated towards a community because that's how we existed. I feel so expansive. I feel like there's nothing that is beyond what I can do when I stand in this place. It feels like there's nothing that would challenge me enough that I would back away from it when I see the result. It feels like there's just an enormous amount of, again, joy that can exist in the spaces that we create because we know what it is to be in the silence, and we know what it is to live out loud, and we know what it is to hold space for people who want to live it out as loud as they can, but for every other reason that exists in the world they can't. So we find ourselves, I find myself living stronger for those people than the people who are already out, because I feel like there's a story that exists there that doesn't get shared, that doesn't get held, that doesn't get like celebrated as for those of us who are already out and quite visible. So even within the loud spaces that we exist at BGOW, there's still the silence for you being queer and showing up, and it not having to be the wholeness of your story, or you being trans and it not having to be the wholeness of the story for everyone else to see, but know that there's a quiet, silent place there where your story is held with so much care, and that we're making sure that that place feels, again, safer for you to actually do what you need to do to feel seen.